like that. I 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 like that.
Ah, shuck it, duck it.
Quack, quack.
Quack.
Okay. What we got here tonight? A lively old crew.
Hello, gentlemen.
Lively crew. What's up with y'all? You got Jamal over there looking all what do you know?
Homeless.
Homeless. We got Sean down there in the middle, like he's selling some art.
Voodoo.
Oh.
We got James over there with his Georgia shirt on.
Yeah, that's my Jose Williams shirt.
Jose Williams shirt, okay.
Just got an operation on this long-winded, so we good.
Okay, there goes Sandra. Look like she got a cup, and I don't know whether it's coffee or coffee with that damn something to drink in it.
It's water.
Oh, water. Okay. Oh.
Hey, Sonia.
It's Chandra.
Excuse me.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
You know
And
what?
y'all know,
Yeah.
as usual, me and Bernard are always dapper dames.
There you go.
So,
Sonya got a flip mouth. Sonya got a flip mouth.
well, we're gonna see how flip it is when she do her show starting in February.
I was going to say she was my only friend on the show. And she told me to get her name right.
What? Because
I keep that name out my mouth.
all of you guys were hooked on phonics. All of us grew up with hooked on phonics. And the S and the H together is shh. And the A-U-N, Sean. Chandra. Yeah, we have it.
Well,
You know,
thanks for the education.
you're welcome. You know,
That's the way it's spelled.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
we said happy J15.
That's
All right.
Happy J15.
There you go. There you go.
What's J15? What happened J15?
You're such a
Okay,
hater. You're such a
Correct.
hater. We should
You know, he's such a hater. You know,
We're a little confused. The four of us are just lost because we don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
No,
Anyway,
James and Bernard knew.
James and Bernard knew?
Yes.
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
January the 15th.
See how
2
Bernard,
days late.
Bernard, see how you play up with Julius. See how see whenever Julius, well, if Julius gonna be ignorant, you gonna be ignorant right along with him. You gonna leave
right
this
along
with
with
him.
him.
He lead you straight to hell in gasoline drawers.
Hey, that's my boy. That's my boy. Now, what the hell you talking about?
Yeah. What you talking about? We don't know what you're talking about. We trying to figure it out. You
I'll
got
let my sister go ahead because it's her honor. It's her honor.
Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority is the oldest sorority created for educated African American females. So, 1908.
Oh,
Is that the one?
January 15th.
oh,
Thank
okay.
That's the one Coretta Scott King is a sorority member of.
Well, at least y'all did do something right. You did it during the month of Capricorn.
So they came out before Eastern Stars, but I know Eastern Stars. That's worldwide. That's but for everybody. My bad.
Wait, with the church, isn't it? Easter Star.
No, not with the church.
Easter
Your
Star.
grandmama was in that.
I haven't got jokes. Anyway, we got a lively show tonight, people. We got 4 or 5, 6 items that we're gonna try to cover. Hopefully, if y'all not too long-winded, then we will get through all of them. We will get through all of them. So let's see where we can start. Charlie's not here yet, so he's probably getting ready to tune in. I know he's in Bible study. How you come from Bible study and being a saint, then come on here and be the devil?
Yeah, that's it. That's how they do it. That's how they do it.
He wouldn't even honor Jamal's chicken coupon. But,
That's right. That's right.
I don't know. We got to do something about this. Our first subject is did y'all see Nikki Haley comment on racism this morning and what Robert Gail King said about her after Nikki Haley made those idiotic remarks? And we're gonna really, I wish Robert bring your butt on in here, because you soft on Trump too, like Sandra is, and we're gonna have a little discussion this morning, because y'all don't even understand the ramifications of what you all are espousing. So I'm gonna tell you tonight though, because I told y'all I was gonna get you. But she claims to be a woman of color, and I just want to know what y'all think has with what their stance. Is the racial divide getting wider, or is the racial divide where it always has been, or is it getting smaller? They think that they're doing something to heal. What say y'all?
One thing that this woman said, I watched the interview this morning, and one thing that she said this morning that threw me, that sounded just like Tim Scott. When someone asked her a question, hey, as a woman of color, do you feel like you should be in your spot where you are? She said, there is no racism in America. I don't know what they're talking about. There is no racism in America. That right there took out her whole woman of color speech to me.
Yeah, because you can't be a woman of color and not think.
You and I must have watched something different, because I watched the one where she was looking equally as stupid on Fox, where she said there is and never has been any racism in America.
Mm-hmm.
But I've experienced racism. I'm like, wait. How could you experience this racism that there never was? So, yeah. I digress. Go ahead.
The young lady that she was talking to stated that she never faced racism before. I think her name was I can't think of the name, but she said she never faced she faced racism before during her childhood. And that's when Nikki made that statement about she never faced racism, and that her goal is to always unite people. And I think this is her third term. So she's been in politics long enough to know that there's racism involved.
You know what? She must have been going around on a dumb tour the last couple of days then, because all of us must have seen something different, because I saw her, a white man asked her this question. She was asked this question by a white man on Fox, and she answered the question, and then on another station, somebody else asked her that question. I think it was a woman. A woman asked her the question, and she said, "No, the United States is not racist. It has never been racist, you know." And if the United States has never been racist, how did we have like over 40 some years of Jim Crow? And, you know, then all of these picnics where people used to go to actual picnics to watch people be hung. You know, I mean, am I imagining this stuff? You know, I mean, and we were 2/5 people. I mean, how many fifth people were we? Jamal, you know the stat. You know, by law, we were only like a fifth of a person. By law,
3/5 of a person.
3/5.
Yeah, and you the host, right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, just look at the screen.
It baffled me.
Okay, look at the screen real quick for me.
I passed it off to Jamal, but he didn't catch it.
Oh,
Bernard, then Jamal, please.
hey, let me say this here. I am so tired of these dumbass people speaking for all black people. Let me say something right now. I don't need no dumbass, whatever her name is, and the rest of them to speak for us at the end of the day. Period. You know, if she says it's not racism in America, then she must be. I don't know where the last time, wherever she been at 500 years ago. I really don't know. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of talking about racism in America. If we ain't gonna do nothing about it, if we ain't gonna try to make it better for our community or whatever, I don't even want to talk about it no damn more.
Well, it's part of striking the stone, Bernard. We got to keep striking the stone. We can't let anybody else dictate what we do. We have to continue to fight every day, no matter what it is, no matter how anybody else feels. What we do is important. Yeah. We have to continue. We can't change every mind, but we might change some minds, and that's what we do here on this platform. We got to continue to keep the fight up.
Right, and I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is, and I know you get tired of hearing, you get tired of Gail, and you get tired of all these black folks really not that look like us, not for us, and they're only doing it because of their own, TV and all that. I don't need nobody to talk for me. Son don't need nobody to. None of us on this show needed nobody to talk for us and what we experience as being black folks in America. Now, if they go around and have a conference where let every black person in America speak on their experience, then you can come talk to me. Then come talk to me. Go ahead, Jamal. I pass it to you.
So I'll say this: Nikki Haley is like a lot of other, and Nikki Haley is East Indian. She's East Indian, and so with so many other groups of people of color, they will try to do their best to placate, to soothe Caucasians and act like they are Caucasians, that they are part of the group. And so that's what's happening with her. And then even your boy, the other East Indian who's running for president, when he's in Iowa, they talk to his wife like, why would you not vote? So some Caucasians say, why would you not vote for him? And pretty much they were like, color of his skin, and so, but they try to deny that racism exists. And Nikki Haley's father taught, she was able to get what she got via Voorhees College in South Carolina, which is a HBCU. So they benefit from Black people. They got to benefit, economic benefit from her. But because she now wants to assimilate with regards to having that power, she changed her religion. Then she changed her name. So all that to placate. And so she tried to play the game and saying that it doesn't exist. And so I'm just throw something else out there to y'all, that this is what happened. Black folks get used along the way for other people. That is particular for Caucasians to get benefits. They use us with regards to that. And one thing people don't understand with athletics, that when they are recruiting Black boys in particular and Black girls to play football in particular and playing basketball, those are money sports for those universities. And guess who gets the benefit of them playing, bringing that money in? It's the Caucasian females that play field hockey, that do swimming, that do tennis. All those are non-revenue sports. And so here it is. They are living off of the struggle of your children. And guess what? And they discriminate against them. So we have to call that type of stuff out. Nikki Haley is one of the worst ones, and we see with these others, they're all trying to placate their racism. So, Julius, when you ask the question, yes, the racial divide is getting larger, and it's not because of us, it's because of them.
Maybe because we catching up. I mean, some of us catching up, some of us being smart. Trust me. All us ain't dumb now. Come on. And you made a good point, Jamal, about college giving out the Blacks and all that, because at the end of the day, they helping all of them. Trust me, they is.
Yep.
You know, because if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have those white folks. And I'm gonna be keeping it real. Trust me, that it is what it is. You know, we keeping their program alive, but they still throwing us under the bus. Period.
And we're going to talk about this a little bit more in detail on what it means in our last subject tonight. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on, that divide and what are the consequences of it. What you saying, James?
Sonia talked about it last year, that last show we had by the end of the year about education. And she was saying that the parents need to push these kids towards education and towards college. That would change the landscape, because now these kids getting education, they're doing much more than just playing sports, because that's all they think we can do is sing and dance. Now pushing them towards education and doing other things, then they can see the world for what it is.
Okay. True.
Commercial.
I remember what Sonia said. Sonia made a good point too last year when she said most kids need to start looking at technical college.
Yes.
And she absolutely 100% right on that one. Because I got 3 kids, I call them my kids, did that. Now they open their own business.
Yes. That is the pathway to a better future for most brown and Black people. If I had to do it over again, I wouldn't even go to college. I'd go to technical school, open me up a business, and scout for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back after this commercial, y'all. All right. We're gonna jump right into our next subject, but we want to before we do that, Jamal, you wanted to tell people about our sponsors.
And our sponsors are One Price Cleaners, that's located in Garden City in the Farmers Market. Again, One Price. And then we also have Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard, Shepherd's Brothers Food and Gas, that's on Styles and Gwinnett Streets here in Savannah, and the Davis Johnson Bozeman's Law Firm with offices in Atlanta, Savannah, and Statesboro. And I'll be using them to sue Julius Hall for the defamation and his book about me. And Bernard Brown could be included in it also. Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm.
Hey, they can't sue me. Shit, we both in Atlanta, so I know they ain't gonna sue me.
I'm immune from lawsuits. I'm immune. We're gonna get into our main topics, and the first topic is what have we done to advance MLK's dream? What have we done to advance Martin Luther King's dream? And Sean has his hand, and he wants to go first.
Wore out some tennis shoes. Doggone it.
That's all we did was wear out.
We wore out some tennis shoes, marching, begging, asking for our place at the table. Doggone it. We wore out some tennis shoes. That's all we did.
Damn.
Who next? Who next? Who got an opinion after that? Because there's a lot of people in elected positions now that probably wouldn't be there had it not been for the struggles and the sacrifices of our ancestors.
Hold on, one more question to go with this. If you look at how much money we spent versus tennis shoes or car wheels, cars or tennis shoes, where you think black people spent the most money on? And most of them been on following Dr. King's dream on marching. We need to do more than just march.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, let me see. I was hey, that's another moment. Let me tell you this here. I've never walked because I wasn't back then. I want to thank Martin Luther King and the rest of them. I think I was 7 years old when he got killed in 1968. So I don't know about all the walking, Sean. I don't know about all the shoes you don't wore out. But I don't think we did enough. I really and truly think we haven't did enough. And if I was Martin Luther King, I'd be totally upset about what I see now when it comes to black folks. The way we can't get along, the way we jump in the boat, the way look like us ain't for us. And you know what? What I'm about to say, and some of y'all may be getting mad or whatever, because I really don't care. We set ourselves back. Martin Luther King, before he had us moving forward, but we went backwards. That's my opinion. We absolutely went backwards. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And I had said it earlier. I said, you know what? Martin Luther King started it. We need to finish it. And trust me, man. We need to get together, man. We as black folks, and the reason why I'm talking about black folks, because I'm from the black community, and I love my black community, and I get tired of everybody in our black community bringing the white folks, bringing the Indians, the Chinese, and all that. We allow people to do what they want to do. We allow it until we stop letting people alive doing us all kind of way. It's gonna be like this in Julius and Jamal and Miss Sean and James. So that's my opinion, man. I don't think we did shit.
Yeah. You hit it on the head, brother. And the big question is how do we honor MLK Day? I think if we get back to the essence of those words, how do we honor MLK? Then that kind of for us as black people, we can kind of remember, like Sean said, I knew that was just a metaphor. I know he was talking about shoes and paving the street.
Yeah.
Because they did a lot of walking to sacrifice a lot for us. So we have to get back to how do we honor him, not so much him, but those that were with him, so that we can so that we can progress. I remember the first MLK parade. I had just moved in Atlanta, and the first parade I believe was in '86, and it was almost 1 million people down there. I'd never seen it so packed. And now it done dwindled down because I worked around the corner from I worked a block away from Auburn Avenue for 26 years, so I get to see the parades and how they just diminish over the years, going up MLK and going up Auburn Avenue. And so now it's more white people in these parades. It's more white people speaking on Auburn Avenue because I peek down there every year on my lunch break and I see it. So as Black people, we need to get back to how do we honor Dr. Martin Luther King, and what do we need to do so that we can get a picture on what he did and how we can carry that on. But we just done lost it, so to speak, on trying to help one another. And this next month will be Black History Month. You don't get but so many days. It's like we selective in months on when we should do stuff. January the 15th, let's all run out and support MLK. It's back to normal January the 16th. So we got to get back to the essence on how do we really honor him to keep this going 365 days in our own lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about honoring him. It's about stop being Black just on January the 15th.
Well, not so much him, but honoring what he stood for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the civil rights movement should be a movement that should, until justice comes for all people, we should not be complacent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we should have never stopped marching. You know, and y'all hear me all the time talking about, until I get my police bill, I'm not going to be satisfied with the fact that they gave us a funky little Juneteenth bill. I don't care, because my child is still apt to be murdered by a police officer, So we should have never stopped marching. We have so many scattered bodies out there, so to speak, figuratively, that tells us that we have not received justice and civil rights has not come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead, Sean, before I ask Jamal this question.
A lot of people is going to be mad with me for what I say because my opinion never changes on this. Just like you said, we should have never stopped marching. I believe we should have never started marching in the first place. You understand? I honestly believe that if Abraham Lincoln didn't end slavery, we would have ended slavery. It would have been a North America, a North America, and it would have been a South America. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
when?
I feel like because we show our patience, they're telling us still to wait. You understand me? Because we show them patience, they tell us wait on your bill. The hell with all that waiting on the bill and marching our feet off and all that other stuff. It's like literally George Floyd should have knocked at everybody. Come on. Should have knocked on everybody's head. Come on now, that's you. That's your uncle. That's your son. That's your child.
But I got a question for you though. How could we have ended it when if we didn't march to show our disapproval? If you sit back and you don't let people see that you have a problem with something, then they'll continue to do it to you. So
Yes.
Majority rules.
Yeah, but we're not the majority.
Yeah.
And there was no way for it to end without them understanding that we were rising up.
Right.
If we sat back like the slaves did on the plantation and not fight to the death, then they would still be doing what they're doing to us. There's no way for it to have ended.
Yeah.
James, you was about to say something?
No, I was just saying Andrew Jackson, Jose Williams, Dr. King, so many of them, they were educated, they were smart, they were lawyers, and that was their only mean at the time was to march, to galvanize everybody to get together, because they couldn't get a whole bunch of people to drive to a certain location, so they had no choice but to march. Because at that time, it was probably only 3 major television stations, NBC, ABC, and CBS. So they knew that they was going to be televised because it was being an uproar, so to speak. So they had no other choice but to march. Me personally, and I'm not debating your question, I just couldn't see it being formed and see it moving if they didn't march.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna let Jamal go, but I want to say this here. Okay, we understand 400 years, 500 years, but I want to just a question to everybody on this panel: why we the only one, our Black media network is talking about this? Why we always bringing up Black people issue just on our network? And I don't look at a lot of network, and we the only one just talk about keeping it real and talking about what we can do to help our people. I don't see no other network doing this, but they always throwing salt on us and always getting on our ass about when we tell the truth. Jamal, carry on after that. Finish me with that, Jamal.
Well, actually, it wasn't just about marching. And so what I've been doing, I've been sitting here texting some people, making some comments, not tied to this right here, but there are other people doing stuff. So I've been saying some responses, and I told people what I had to sell. This one person, this African-American, I was like, listen, we got to stop buying into the propaganda. We got to stop buying into the misinformation and the lies. The stuff is out there logically for you to see. It's clearly out there for you to see. But what some of us do, we do just like this. We cover up our faces, we cover up our eyes. So it was not just about marching. When people say we were just out there marching, that's absolutely incorrect. How did we change Savannah? Savannah changed because Black folks boycotted. Mm-hmm. They boycotted. They hit the people in their pockets. They economically boycotted. And that's why I say, and it was a collective effort of Black folks in Savannah, in South Carolina, and in coastal Georgia. It was all of us. So when people just say marching, I'm looking at people like, yo, why are you buying into that type of stuff right there? I can't use the language I use for other people. I'm like, you buying into stuff. That is wrong. That's incorrect. And it wasn't just about Dr. Kingdom. Kingdom could not do it. You had the Deacons of Defense. You had the Black Panther Party. But understood is either we're going to deal with them or deal with them. So when we're saying all this right here, all we do, we buy into that's what Caucasians have told us. I'm just putting it out there. When we say that, we buy into what Caucasians tell, the misinformation from Caucasians, media and all that, we buy into it. It is time for us now to start saying, hey, listen here, check this out. We know what the real deal is, and that it was not just about marching. People laid their bodies on the streets, on the bridges here in Savannah, on Broughton Street, and they boycotted. And they also had other Black folks here who said, we're going to engage in some harm. So that's what it is. So guess what? When they write the history, when they write their mythology, it's to make Black folks buy into what they tell them. No, I want Black folks now to start realizing, speak your truth, tell your truth, and you make sure you educate your own children on that. So I no longer got to be sending a text message to some idiot who think they know what time it is.
Yeah. Also, Jamal, there. I think it was Bernice that posted something about. Tell us real quickly about that also.
And what happened when Dr. King died? Dr. King approval rating when he dies is 25%. 25%, 75% of Americans did not approve of Dr. King when he dies. The NAACP had turned his back on King. So guess what? So people talking about marching, the NAACP had turned his back on King. Jackie Robinson turned his back on King, and a whole bunch of ministers turned their back on King. Because guess what happened? When you die, we'll make up wonderful stories about how I was right there with Bernard. But Bernard got shot down in the street because he was out there for us. I'm not trying to make a joke about it. I'm saying,
Go ahead.
what that happened. I'm gonna say, I was with Bernard. Then I'm like looking like, what? I don't remember you being around when Bernard was saying some of this. You weren't around when Sean was saying this or Chandra was saying this. But then guess what happened? They say so much, they fall for it, and people begin to believe them. And I'm like saying, no, that's why we gotta speak the truth. 75% of Americans did not approve of Dr. King, and they look just like some of us and did not look like some of us. Trump had a higher approval rating than King when he died.
I know. I'm 61 years old, and I did not know this until I watched the show with Jules on there. I did not know that when Martin Luther King got shot and they took him to the hospital and he was still alive, and the doctor, the one killed him. I didn't know that. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Did I hear something? But I didn't know that. Is that true?
I heard that as well, but who's gonna debate that for that to actually be the outcome? Because you haven't heard no one talking about it.
Well, a nurse said that it happened.
King was shot in his jaw, and then they cut his jugular vein. And so that when other people are going to say, well, the doctors went to smother him. I'm like, again, but ask people, where did Dr. King get shot at? Most people don't even know that. He got shot in his jaw. Like I tell people, I say, his jaw was blown off. He got shot in his jaw, and they cut his jugular vein. So now, some of y'all worked in hospitals, and some of y'all know this. Your jugular vein, if your jugular vein gets cut,
you're done.
Right.
Yeah.
To get in the jaw, and to cut the jugular, that mean that it had to come like, that's.
So what are you saying that the jugular vein was cut when? The jugular vein was cut after the shot?
No, when he is shot, that's what happened. It hit, bam, it goes through his jaw, and then it cuts his jugular vein.
Okay, which means the trajectory of the bullet had that. Right.
Yeah. So when people go and say that, I'm like saying, what I going through, I was like, they don't even know where he got shot at.
Well, the thing is this too, Jamal. I mean, what we heard is what you're saying. But here it is, a nurse coming later on that was in the room when he was still in there. So they told us what you're saying. So we got to believe what they're saying. So from what we understand, King went to the hospital still alive.
Right.
That's proven.
Yeah.
He was still alive when he was in that ambulance.
Yeah.
The nurse said, a white nurse said, that King was smothered to death by the doctor because they didn't want to save his life. And so, I mean, we're only being telling a story. We weren't there. Jesse Jackson ain't told you he was dead on the ride at the scene. He never said that.
I think we didn't say that he died at the scene. I'm just saying when your jugular vein is cut, that is basically like, oh, you ain't got long. I'm just saying other people.
You supposed to go now.
I mean, but you know they also wrote the autopsy report also. To tell you that his jugular vein was real. They also wrote the autopsy now.
If you get hit in any main artery, you're not going to survive.
Right.
Yeah. Survive, but
am I wrong?
Period.
Am I wrong?
You old, but you late, so you got to wait.
Boy, you know what? This getting deep. We might as well stay on this hill because a lot of folks didn't know. So shit, we might as well open up a can of worms.
Hey, anybody can pick up a death certificate. You can even get Dr. King death certificate.
Exactly. And anybody you had white coroners. They're gonna write the story that's gonna suit their need. So we can't believe everything they say. The bullet might have just went through his jaw and had him bleeding. The jugular vein could have been cut at the hospital. Then when the autopsy comes from the coroner, he sees the jugular vein cut. So he's gonna write it up like that. So we supposed to believe everything that they said back then.
Well, the doctor,
they said that, and this is not what I'm saying. This is what was said by some. It wasn't Jesse Jackson. It was some of the other people who were there with it. Because it wasn't just Jesse there. Jesse, in fact, now let me go and give you a story. Jesse wasn't there when it happened. Jesse came there. So that's why Jesse can't say
Yeah.
some of it. There were
Yeah.
other people there. People going to say at the time when the shooting occurs, and here go other people. But again, remember I talked about how people don't say nothing. Other people like saying, they're like, Jesse wasn't there. Jesse came up there. And that's when Jesse came and they grabbed and put that jacket on, later on saying that I got the blood of Dr. King on me. I held him. They're like, Jesse wasn't one, but people don't say nothing. And so, which I'm just throwing it out there. Other folks, when they said it, and some other people got more explicit about it. They're going to say King John got shot off. That's what other people said. This is long before. But again, we got a Caucasian woman who said Emmett Till had whistled at her. We got Thomas Jefferson saying that all men were created equal. So yeah, I'm just saying.
Well. First and foremost, I guess I just want to say, as always, hello, boys and ladies. Good to see you. The principal just schooled me and said I was late and I have to wait. And if he's going to apply that rule, I think he should do it to everyone. And that's to show you how he is what you call not real, like that rumor.
We're in the middle of a story, and you wanted to come in and say hello, boy.
No, I wanted to interject and say that was a rumor, the same thing that he was saying. You can't believe it. It was a rumor someone promulgated who started doing it. No one knew the white lady name. They're just a rumor they made up.
But
King was basically dead when he was on the ground. When Jesse and Ralph Abernathy was around him, they was around him before EMS ever came. That's all. It was a rumor.
So he was dead at the scene.
Yes.
But you can't make if he was dead.
They're not medical people that say he was, but the way it looked. If he was. Now, he could have very well, what Jamal was saying, that the gunfire not only went through his jaw, it cut the jugular vein, and by the time he that's got, they would have bleed out the death. That's all he was trying to say. So it's a rumor just to get people motivated to just have a theory, a rumor going on. And the reason I'm late,
They had rumors and a lot of rumors, and it was brought up. You know, you can't trust Jesse Jackson.
But Bernard, they also had a rumor about John F. Kennedy as well.
Right.
See, John F. Kennedy was not completely dead, and the Texas authorities got around him and finished suffocating him and killed him. That was a rumor. No, it was a rumor.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I never heard that one, Mr. Brown.
Well, I know you wouldn't have heard because just anything I might say, you want to defeat it.
I'm a history buff. I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
You are not a history buff.
Go ahead, Sonia. What you got to say, Sonia?
Well, I did hear the one that Charlie just said, that that he wasn't all the way dead and that they killed him.
Yeah, we heard that he was not dead, but I never heard.
We're talking about Kennedy now.
Kennedy.
Right.
I'm talking about Kennedy.
I know exactly what we're talking about. And that I never heard the Texas authorities is the ones that killed him. You know what kind of mass conspiracy?
Exactly. Secret would have stopped
in front of everybody.
When Lee Harvey Oswald, when the man Jack Ruby shot him, if you watch the footage, the guy stepped back and let him go ahead and do what he had to do. Look at the footage on it. The guy with the hat on, he was walking with him on his left-hand side. He saw Jack Ruby stuck the gun out there to shoot him. He didn't try to protect the guy. He just stepped back like that with his body. Look at the footage on that.
That white guy was the main detective.
He stepped back, Brown. Did you watch him step back? He stepped back. No, he didn't really step back. He just leaned back so Jack Ruby could do what he can do because they want to kill a conspiracy.
Yep.
Was killed by the mob. By the mob.
Jack Ruby killed. How you know James Earl Ray killed Martin Luther King? How you know that? It's so many
he didn't. He
One
didn't
person
by
can
himself.
do all that.
He didn't by himself. The way the Warren report simply say the way the guns was fired there's no way that angle that man could fire that many times and be that accurate.
Suppose we all walking in the crowd and somebody came up and you in the middle, Charlie Brown. I'm in the middle, and you all are walking with me, and we all walking to the down the street to the club, and we all going down. And somebody come up with a gun. What the first thing you gonna do?
First thing I'm gonna do,
you gonna recall, or you gonna say, "Oh no, you can't shoot Julius." You gonna get all in the way?
Oh no! I'm saying, being realistic, their job is to protect that prisoner. He simply was in on the plan. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
He could have simply. They could have do a lot of things. Could have snatching, moving, but he didn't attempt to. He saw what was happening.
You don't know who an assassin is going to be. If we're in the crowd and somebody just walking through, we're not paying that person no attention till you hear some gunshots. But if you're in a crowd and someone moved to the side, but unbeknown to you, move to the side, someone come past them and start shooting, that sounds like a setup to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, Brown.
Like a setup to me. Now, going back to the original question for MLK, the EMT on the scene can't declare no one's death. So even if he died on the scene, they can only put in their notes that his heart stopped. They can't declare until they get to that hospital. Not that nurse who y'all said that he was still alive. That doctor have to pronounce the person's death and put a time on there. So, so you would have to look at the time, whether he died on the scene, the time that doctor placed his pen on that pad, whether he died on the scene or died in the hospital, or they allowed him to try to save him, or what. Whatever that time is, that's the pronounced time. And then any court you go to, they're gonna look at that time.
Now you're right, but the EMS driver can say he stopped breathing. The doctor has to do that. He stopped breathing at 3:45 p.m.
That's why we hire a coroner.
But after he stopped breathing,
they can put that time
autonomous to go and say that person. And the reason I'm late tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I was in an important meeting. I'm not saying you guys are important. It was a personal important meeting. I try to be on time as often as I can. I'm going to renew my contract because the principal, he constantly chastises me with a ruler. I mean, I can name you individuals and they do stuff, show when they want to, go off and on, come back, and he don't chastise them. I make one or two mistakes and I get penalized. If you don't see it, if you don't see it, you guys are just as guilty as him to allow him to do that to me. It's not right.
Mute Mr. Brown. Go ahead, Charlie.
I'm fine.
Go ahead, Jamal. Go ahead,
I'm one of the closers, and I know I'm fine with that. Mute me. Go ahead.
You just
Go ahead, Jamal.
All right. Now, you said you had a personal meeting. We were told you were in Bible study. That's what we were told. You were in Bible study. That's what everyone heard. Everyone checking out the show heard that you were in Bible study. So I'm trying to figure out who's lying. I heard that you're a saint in Bible study, then you are a devil coming on here. So I don't know what's going on.
After the Bible study was over with, okay, since you're a damn investigative reporter, okay, after the Bible study was over with, don't just wait a damn minute. After it was over with, I simply went in there with about some personal stuff. Okay? And you're not being fair, but if you're going to do it, Mr. Hall, you do it to every last one of them, because you don't. Do not treat me like a hickory stick and pound on me, because you're wrong, my brother.
Get out your soft skin is what you want.
It's not soft. The truth will set you free, and you not being free.
They said
you are guilty.
They said that you were what they say, Jamal, that he was what in the meeting
all night long.
He's jumping on me. I'm gonna be quiet. I'll mute myself.
They said He was a saint in the meeting that he was in, and then he come on here and be the devil.
Yeah, be the devil.
Y'all say what you choose.
Go back and play the tape. It wasn't me that said it, though.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. All I want to say, I want to thank y'all for putting up with this thin-skinned man. I'm going to leave tonight. I'm not going to be on the show because I cannot be treated in this manner. You have no damn respect, and that's wrong. And you have respect for Bob, James, Joe, Richard, and everyone else, but yet you persecute me. But
Yep.
Lord, you don't have to.
Mr. Brown, you
Hold on, Jay.
Mr. Brown, you have a great night, and I'm not thin-skinned.
Mr. Brown,
I
wait a
want to
minute.
take Miss Brown. I want to
Mr.
take
Brown.
Miss Brown on home.
Mr. Brown, the
Yeah.
last time you left this show, you left for a whole year. So
Well, yeah, I want to thank you. I thank you for giving me a heads up on it.
Mr. Brown,
Y'all guys,
I'm always defending you, Mr. Brown, but that definition in Christian belief, being condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell, be forever damned with Lucifer. So he told you to go to hell.
I want you to repent. I want you to repent. If you don't repent, you going to hell. You already got a bald head like a candy apple. Now you're going straight to hell. I guarantee you that. I can see the evil in your eyes.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
we
On the
love you.
serious side, I got to run tonight, and again, it's one of them things. But treat everyone equal if you're gonna do it. Just don't treat it one way.
Charlie Brown had a keyboard and computer. All right, hey, but we love you.
I love y'all guys too.
Hey.
That's Bernard's favorite song by Monica. Just one of those.
As always, all night long. Growing up.
I haven't said cite him for conduct unbecoming a Christian.
Well, Julius, you said you wasn't gonna go off track. Look like you did.
Yeah.
All the way. All the way. We ran all the way amok.
Yeah, we went all the way to the other side. Okay, our next subject, before we go to a commercial, we're going to how can our youth be saved without sending them to prison? How do we win this war? How do we win our war with the youth? Because they're a little out of control, and the first thing you know is from the school to the prison pipeline. How do we save our youth?
Mentorship.
Go ahead, James.
Mentorship. Listen to them. Basically, hear what they have to say. Be compassionate towards them, because a lot of these kids are sensitive, so they go out and do just about anything. Talk to them as often as you can. Be a big brother. Go by and see them. Pick them up. There's so many things that we can do to try to save these kids, and all of us can't be saved, but you can pick up one. You can pick up one and do some of those things with them, to engage with them. Like I said, be a mentor to them. Be honest with them, because they said a lot of adults are not being honest, and we can shy away. Like, we don't want to hear that. I'm an adult. How you gonna tell me what to do? They just want you to listen to them. They really do. They want you to listen to them. For 26 years, I worked with so many kids trying to kill themselves, and it's mind blowing to walk into that 5 days a week, and you see somebody with all these cuts all on their arms and on their faces, and all they want is somebody to come in there and just talk to them, and they tell you in a minute, "You're right, Mr. Brown. That's what I've been trying to tell them." Not saying they're completely right, but you got to hear what they have to say, and you have to be honest with your own heart to listen to what they say, because they can tell if you're shoving them off, because they're going through a lot. They on medication. They're going through a lot. So you can't sugarcoat nothing, and you can't BS them. So we need to stop BSing and be straightforward with them. Whether they like it or not, give them the truth. Give them the truth. My brother say that all the time. These kids are tired of adults lying to them, and that's the God's honest truth. So we got to be a mentor to them, a big brother. Pick them up, go see them, engage with them. You got to do whatever you can to get a one-on-one. So if you can straighten one of them out, then they can tell their friends, hey, you need to go see Mr. Brown. You need to go see Julius, man, because man, he helped me a lot. And then that start like wildfire just starts spreading. Versus us watching the TV all the time and see them killing each other and don't do anything. Get one, so that one probably can help the rest of the ones at his age.
Yeah, what you say sounds good. I mean, and it is good.
And this is like, yeah, I hear these kids.
But also, you know, you have to reach where they're living first, because they're not just raised by the streets. You know, they're raised by parents. And if you can't capture who they're being raised by, you know, and I think that that's where we missed out in the first place. We missed out on a whole generation, and that's why, you know, generations and generations are lost. Look at what we're looking at on Facebook and every social media outlet every day, and you'll see what children go home to. And I mean, do you wonder why? You know, that's why. So if you cannot capture their parents to say, hey, we have to be better representatives of ourselves, or this is what we are handing off to the next generation.
Yeah.
All right.
Whip that behind. Whip that behind. Whip that behind.
That,
Electrical cord. That. Whip that behind. Whip
that,
behind.
you know,
We're gonna
That boy don't
I'm
know.
about that life.
Yeah.
Growing up,
Go ahead, Sean.
seemed like my mama was ready. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, as smart as I thought I was, she always had that perfect Bible verse or old folks saying that brought me back into my place. You understand? Like, if I said, you know, mommy, I'm just going to go out here and do this. Forget all that trying to work, trying to, you know, like, this man don't like me at the job, I'm about to quit. Or this man, I done said something, she always give me a Bible verse, or she always give me some old saying, your hand in the, when your hand in the lion mouth, you ease it out, you don't jerk it out. You know what I'm saying? Something to that. Nowadays, when we give advice, if we say, you better go out there and get it by your bootstrap, there's a rap song that already contribute or already rebut what we're saying about working hard. You know what I'm saying? There's a rap song, and these kids are like, you might say, go work hard. And there's a rap song that say, why work hard when you can lay on your back and get it? You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, when the parents are more cooler again than the rappers or actors or the person that's on, you know, on their social media, then I think we can get them back. Right now, you know, it seemed like from the age of 15 on up to probably 28 to 30, there's like a disdain for your parents. You don't like your parents. Your parents ain't cool enough. Your parents ain't what your friends' parents are or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Bernard.
You know what?
Bernard. You know what I once heard from a kid when I said, do you read the Bible? You know what that kid told me? The Bible's not going to stop him from raping me.
Mm.
So it goes deep, because the parents could be the one that's doing it.
Yeah.
So that's why I said you got to engage with them. Got to listen to them.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this here, you know, and I'm telling y'all know, y'all can call me an asshole, y'all can call me whatever y'all want to call me.
He can tell you.
I'm so tired of them just hitting our damn kids, hitting our kids. White kids out of control too. Y'all just don't hear about the shit because they put our kids up front to tell our kids' story, what our kids doing. White kids out of control, Asian kids out of control, Mexican kids out of control, all the asses out of control. Okay, but let me tell you this here: you got more young black kids on their own business than we ever had growing up. Fact check on that. Fact check on that. Okay, we all our kids ain't bad. We got a handful that is, and in every race. And we say, okay, listen, the problem is this here. We so stubborn as older people don't want to move out the damn way and give them a chance to, like, if that ain't work in 400 years, okay, let's change it and see what will work. Okay, it's a lot of kids out there, and I get tired of always throwing a damn baseball, knocking our kids out. Yeah, some of them, they're killing each other. Yeah. But it's some white folks killing white folks. Y'all just don't hear about it. There's some Indian killing Indian. It's some Mexican doing voodoo killing their folk. Trust me, the number one psycho and the number one, have you ever heard when the last person that went on a rampage and started shooting up a school, what color it was? It wasn't black. When they lose their mind, they shoot up and kill everybody.
Yeah, because these are the white kids have more issues with drugs. They have more issues with their parents. So you're not going to get them to go to the same hospital.
Jay, wait a minute, Jay.
I'm not.
No, I'm saying this here. We don't know what issue they got. We don't know what it's because I'm not in their damn family. We don't know what issue they got. So I keep all this political bullshit that I'm hearing. Our kids ain't always bad kids. Okay? You do the research. Listen, you do the research.
Bernard, I'm just telling you what I know for a fact. I'm just telling you what I know for a fact. The same way Sandra jump up and down and tell you I got a PhD. I know what I'm talking about. I'm just telling you, I know what I'm talking about over 26 years. And I'm not disputing what you said. You're absolutely right. But
we both got 26 years with kids.
With our kids, there's a 99% chance when you come in there and you out of your mind, they're going to inject you. They're going to give you medication to calm you.
I understand what you're saying.
So they don't want to deal with you.
Look, James,
these white kids, they go in there, they talk to them, call their parents.
You talking about kids in the hospital. You talking about kids in the hospital. You talking about kids in the hospital.
But
I'm talking about kids in society. I'm talking about kids playing ball.
They don't live in the hospital. They brought to the hospital because of these issues that we're talking about. And I'm just telling you about some of the issues that's going on and how this shit is excuse my
in the hospital.
Separated the white kids go home, the black kids stay there. Now they in the system. Now they labeled. That's why you got so many issues with our kids. They're not going to label them.
I totally disagree.
Well, you can disagree all you want. 26 years, this is what I saw.
Okay, 26 years, I've seen a different version.
And you see yourself, you don't see it, they don't talk about it. That's the reason why you don't see it.
Not all level.
But gentlemen, gentlemen, this is the thing. We only talking about those kids that are. We're not talking about the good kids, Bernard. We're talking about only those kids that are in the system. We're not talking about the good kids. We're not talking about those kids that you see.
What system?
We're talking about the system that is out there.
What system?
The system that has them corralled. The system that out there that has them incarcerated. We're talking about saving kids. We're not talking about the good kids.
Right, we're talking about saving them.
Save.
Okay, well, save them. Okay, well, we need to clarify this when we're talking about kids, saving them. But what system? What damn system? Break it down.
The system is the jailhouse. The system is the justice system. That's the system that we're trying to save them from going into.
Why we need Scared Straight?
It's kids.
Why we need Scared Straight?
The question is, how do we save them? The question is, how do we save them before they go into the system?
The system, when
I want to hear about when they're in the system and all, what you do before, what you do to prevent them to get in the system. I ain't want to hear about they in jail and we should have got them. I want to hear about they at the hospital and we should have got them.
That's
part. I'm talking about the ones get them before they get there.
That's part of the.
How we keep them out of jail? How we get them before they get to jail? How we get them before they get cool? They become cool where rap music is cool and it's. I'd rather have a gun than a book in my hand.
Let me.
Our young men now would rather have a gun than a book in their hand. Why? Because a book in their hand make them look soft. You know what I'm saying? That, in their opinion, having a book in their hand or having a laptop. I know young black guys that never open up a laptop but know how to take a daggone 9mm apart. That's a shame. I know a man right now with an AR-15 with no rear sight to it. No rear sight to it. Do you know what that means when he has no rear sight? He got it off the street and proud to have it. You know what I'm saying? That means he ain't gonna aim. Even if he aim, he ain't gonna get where he shot at. He gonna get the people around him.
And the piggyback on that, a kid come in the hospital and get labeled crazy. Every time he comes, crazy on medication, crazy. Now he's facing the police with a gun, and they pulled up his rap sheet and crazy. Pow! He's gone. He's dead. He's dead. Yeah. Because that doctor done signed off. Crazy. And the white kids get to go home. That's all, they get to go home.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of thinking about these goddamn white kids. Okay, I want to hear no more about the white kids. The white kids stay in the damn hospital just like the black kids. I don't want to hear that political bullshit. Let's go to a commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Commercial. I don't want to hear that shit. Commercial.
That's how it's, brother, you like? And Julius,
yes, sir.
Didn't you say that this show, if you got important information, and if you've been doing something for so long, if you don't went to school 12 years, I can't say you. I can't defute that. I can't go back and forth with an educated man or educated woman who don't went to school and I got the experience because they know exactly what they're talking about.
Well, the thing is that some people can have academia intellect, and some people has the experience. You have to combine all of it because, see, sometimes when you're in academia, all you're looking at is the numbers. Like,
boom! You just hit it on the head because I was talking about experience. That was my point of view.
Yeah. So you have to have those people who have experienced it also. I'd rather have a person who have experienced it and can talk to me who have experienced the things that I'm going through than a person who gonna come and talk to me only about the numbers because they don't see me. All they see is a number.
And all of this goes back to politics, because when you get a white kid just out of his mind, throwing stuff around, he don't get no injection, he get to go home. And you look at this kid is crazy. Why he's going home? But the black kid get those injections, they put pad to the pin, he's crazy. You shipped out to a mental hospital. So
hey, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. I'm
No,
done.
Sean.
I know it's hard to
Okay, so with that being said, we can go, since we right out of the commercial, we can go, I mean, right out of the commercial, we can go right into the, would you rather homeschool your kids, or
well, if the parents, if they educators, they're gonna teach their kids a lot more. That's the pros of it. The cons of it being socially able to keep up with the rest of the kids, so to speak. You can homeschool them,
Well,
but are they able to if you skip them 4 or 5 grades, are they able to socially keep up with those kids much older than them? They can't. But you'll get more education and you'll get the truth if you homeschooling them. Not necessarily saying like the people, not saying that the ones who are being homeschooled can't get into trouble, can't go left. But personally, if you homeschooling them, it's just my opinion. If you homeschooling them, they can get more of the truth. They can hear about their background and where they're from. You're not going to get that in the books at the schools because they're trying to take that away from them. So you will get more. Me personally, you'll get more if you homeschool them. But the downfall of it, are they able to socially keep up with the older kids? And a lot of them can't. So that's why most parents, they don't try to homeschool them and then send them to public school. They'll homeschool them until they become 18 years old.
yeah. Go ahead.
I agree somewhat with that. But in my opinion, I think that the issue with homeschooling is if the parents are jacked up, backed up, messed up, then that's going to transfer into the kids. And homeschool kids are usually, they test higher. They test higher than most unhomeschooled kids, public school kids or even private school kids. Why? Because sometimes the parents might require more reading. The kids are in a comfortable place. They're usually doing what the kids are interested in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And the parents, of course, are the disciplinarians. You know, usually when we send our kids to school, it's basically a free child care in so many words. You know, to me, I feel like if we're going to homeschool, it should be in a environment where it's still, you get the social issues still there. You still got the older kids and you still got younger kids, so you still have to learn and how to maneuver into the world of both.
And
you understand?
You'll separate them. You'll separate them too.
Hold on, James.
Yes, son.
Go ahead, Sonia.
Well, homeschooling has changed, guys. I know what y'all think homeschooling is now, but homeschooling changed during the pandemic. And there's a whole group of parents that after the pandemic, they decided, hey, homeschooling is what I want for my children. And now it's a whole co-op. And so you don't even have to homeschool on your own anymore. I remember back in the day, if you wanted to homeschool your children, you were pretty much on your own. But now there's groups of people, they homeschool and they homeschool as groups, so their children are exposed to not only their teaching, but their teaching as groups, so it doesn't just fall on this mom that decided she wanted to pull her kids out of school for safety reasons or for educational reasons. And I think that for our children, Black children, you know, homeschooling is a good thing because, you know, with especially down in Florida and Texas and all of these places where they're trying to limit our children's access to history and what they should be learning. Because I don't think that our children learn critical thinking, and they do not learn anymore. You know, they learn to test. But give one of them $1 and ask them for some change back and let one of those computers go down at McDonald's. You'll stand there for 5 hours, you know, trying to get your change, you know, until you just walk off, you know. But if you teach them how to think, these kids don't know how to think anymore. And that is the problem with a lot of them, you know.
Not all of them.
No.
Not all of us. Y'all so damn hard on our kids, man.
Be around them.
I don't even want y'all to be my mama or daddy.
I got an 18-year-old. And I am the manager of 30-year-olds, 20-some-year-olds. And I promise you, I got to tell them step by step, or it's not going to get done. And I'm just like, and you got this job, how? I come in every day thinking, I just want to fire you. You know, I mean, every day I think, you know, yes, I'm hitting figures, but I'm thinking, I just want to fire you. Just, you know, and across the board, Blacks, whites, everybody, you know. So it's not just Black people that act dumb, you know. It's all of them in a certain age range, all of them, because all of them have been taught just to take these, you know, bubble in tests. You know, if I can make enough to pass this test, that's all I need. But can you think? No. What do you do next?
We're not hard. We're not trying to be hard. We're not trying to be hard on them.
Right.
I just don't want no kid taking no shortcuts.
Everything
is right there in front of you.
With great power comes great responsibilities. And they got more power than we had, because we used to have to go to the library, or we would have to go look at an encyclopedia to get what we have. Them, they got it right there on the phone. This is the information age. It is no reason not to know.
But they would rather make a TikTok video than to go on Google and find out.
Yep, they shortcut us in the 60s and 70s.
Hold up, JB, it's Jew's turn. Go ahead, Jew.
We're gonna go to
I'll pick it back off you, Jew. Go ahead, Jew.
Well, we're gonna go to the
Well, we ain't finished. I haven't got my opinion. I want you to go first. About
go ahead. I was busy handling something with the
okay. My thing is this about homeschooling in school. At the end of the day, I disagree with homeschooling, and let me tell you the reason why. I did a tournament for 5 years, basketball tournament, homeschooling kids, a basketball tournament. And every last one, they done run wild. I don't know what they're teaching them at home, but it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather for my kids to go. What the problem is, get better teachers. Get better teacher and let teachers stop letting the kids run their classroom. And tell them to sit their butt down and listen to what I'm trying to say. Okay, y'all may think who was homeschooling is the right way, but at the end of the day, you want your kids to interact with other kids. If the teacher take control of the classroom, And if they stop trying to teach what they want to teach and take our history out classroom, then maybe it'll be okay. And when I say hard on the kids, my thing is this: it's like y'all not the only one. I hear it. I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes you need to sometimes you need to talk courage to the kids. Sometimes you need to make the kids feel like they want it. Sometimes you need to tell the kids, hey, I love you. And always telling the goddamn kids, you doing this wrong. Even a human being, even me, if somebody walk up to me right now, all the thing I want to say, hey, I love you. That's all a kid need to hear sometime, damn it. I love you, and always not trying to hear criticism. And that's all I hear all damn night. Criticism. Tell them I love you. I want you to do better. What can I do for you? Okay?
Bernard, let me ask you a question. I get what you say, and that's passion. But how is that going to translate into them being able to go, we can hug them all we want, but how is that going to translate into them going out into the functional world? And these good teachers that you're talking about, don't you know?
I said bad teacher. Teacher.
But I'm saying in Georgia, they just passed a law that they don't even need certified teachers anymore. You can come in there with your little GED.
I'm going to teach.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to teach.
I'm going to teach.
You, Ray, and Ray brother can come on up in there and try to teach.
That's what I'm saying.
We need that.
Y'all teaching 5th grade math, and these kids. So what's the difference? All they need to be is, all homeschool kids need to be is socialized. And the way that they get socialized is that the parents, they plan outings for them. Take them to plays, take them to basketball games, take them to different things, I mean, that's what you do. Same thing, but go.
And you're absolutely right. And I think we got 30 more minutes. And so we're gonna move on to the Go ahead, Sean. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you all about my favorite teacher in the world. I had a favorite teacher in the world when I was in 5th grade. Her name was Miss Jenkins. And Miss Jenkins used to paddle us and everything. Miss Jenkins was a little short black female teacher. We had one white kid in our class, Billy. All right. Every time Miss Jenkins had got sick or whatever, took a couple days off, and we had a substitute teacher, that substitute teacher would write down everybody that acted bad. Guess what? Billy's name never came up. She would call Billy up, tell Billy, hey, can you take this note down to Miss Caldwell? Fold the note up, staple it. Billy left the classroom. And when Billy left the classroom, Miss Jenkins would stand up, and Miss Jenkins became our mother, our grandmother, our auntie, and everything. And she called us everything under the sun. But she got to us, and she let us know, guess what? Billy is going to be okay. Billy going to be okay. But you, N-words, that acted a fool when I left, that's how y'all gonna act in the street later on, all this other stuff. And that's, to me, that's what turned me around, because it was somebody there that taught me real. All right. One time when I was in the Army, I went to his school. My nephew was sitting inside the principal office, and some other students was out there. I heard the guys, them talking. I was in the Army at the time and all this. I went off on them little brothers. Went off, told them, you think your parents brought you here to act a fool and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah? You know what? Those guys sat there and they told me, they said, yo, we respect how you came to us. We're going to do better. Why? Because you came to us real. We didn't see the acting in you. We know these white teachers, these teachers that y'all put in front of us, they acting. They don't really, they're collecting a paycheck. They need to see more of us in the classrooms.
But
It takes a village. They need to see more black brothers in the classroom that's not going to get scared when they throw a hissy fit in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? Not going to get scared when they cursing out and all this other stuff. When your mama tougher than the teacher, going to school is fun. When your mama tougher than the teacher and you go in there and your mama tell you to sit down, all right, I'll sit down later, mommy. Teacher gonna tell you, sit down, and you say, get out of here. Get out of my face, blah, blah, blah.
okay. So my question is this. Go ahead, my one thing. So after all we said and all this here and going on, so who is the problem for our problem? What I'm saying, who is the problem? I mean, we call it every nationality is in the world. So who's the problem for all our problems? For all our kids? For who?
We need to step up.
Us.
Yes.
Us. Okay, so stop blaming every damn body. It's us. Until we straighten us out, then we can't say nothing about nobody else. And on that note, Jules, you take over your show and go to the next subject.
Hey, Julius. Can you give me?
Jay,
Hey, can
you
you give
want
me?
me to Jay?
Can you-
Long-winded.
Hey,
You
Julius,
long-winded.
25 seconds. 25 seconds to prove.
Please make it short because y'all got to start looking at the agenda to see
I
that we got other things on here that we have to address. And if y'all get long-winded and keep going back and forth with it, then it's not going. We're not going to finish it. But go ahead, James.
I haven't been long-winded all night.
Not you.
What?
Not tonight.
No, me and you got into it. 25 seconds. I remember when my son was 5 years old and I took him up to my job and this white guy was on the computer and he said, Jamel, let me show you something. He printed out a picture of a lion and he put it in color. And my son looked at me and said, Daddy, man, I wish you knew how to do that. I was so embarrassed when he told me that. From that day forth, I started learning the computer. And like you said, brother, it goes back to the parents. It goes back to the parents. Because I made it my vow right then and there that I would know just as much so that I can help my son. So it goes back, it goes on. We have some ownerships on us on ourselves, because if that day didn't happen, I probably wouldn't even be here on this computer because I wasn't interested in it. But by the white man embarrassing me in front of my child, that made me decide, you know what, that'll never, ever happen again. So as parents, if we don't know, then we need to go get some help ourselves. If you have to go get your GED, whatever you got to do to help that kid. Because if he's crying out for help, you can't help him because you probably ain't that smart enough to help him. So it goes, ownership rolls back on us.
Yeah, you want 30 seconds now. Y'all got to be able to stop. You got to be able to stop.
That was 5 seconds.
Okay, so
Charlie Brown Jr.
Sandra, are we going to hold this subject to your show for Black Excellence, or are you trying to talk about? We got 25 minutes, and we got 2 subjects left. So y'all like to take 25 minutes per subject. So are we going to be able to do this here without y'all battering back and forth for 25 minutes?
Let's do it, because I do not want to talk about the last subject that you got up there.
Oh, but that's the most important subject of the whole night. The last one. The last one is the most important subject. What you talking about?
We can give him a
get the Black
honorable
excellence. Let me explain something. We're not gonna get ever the Black excellence if you get Donald Trump in there, where he gonna have you in a role
what more
that you're
can
not
we say
supposed
about
to be
him?
in.
What
You gonna have that civil war that you're looking for.
What more can we say about Donald Trump that has not been said?
It's a lot more that we can say about Donald Trump, especially when y'all get on here and y'all throw
Yeah.
softballs talking about how y'all don't like somebody else. So that sends a person over to this man. And when he gets in, you talking about how the racial divide is. Look what happened in Iowa, which is our last subject, Iowa. And what happened in Iowa.
90% white state. What did you think was going to happen in Iowa? Come on now.
Can't you see that this is a trend all over the country?
No, it's not a trend all over the country.
It's like half of the country love this guy, and I'm afraid of that, to be personally. I'm afraid that half of the country agrees with this guy.
Y'all are afraid. Get up and vote.
No, it's way past voting now. Why? Because half of the country is saying, "Oh, I'm willing to rise up and be with Donald Trump. I'm willing to rise up. I'm willing to storm the Capitol again for Donald Trump."
And I don't
That's
know
what it looks like.
in the mirror lately, but you are still black.
Exactly. It's like, it's scary. It's scary to hear these polls, and I'm wondering if they're hitting the same people over and over again.
And keep thinking that you exempt from their keep thinking that you exempt from their frustration.
46,000 people came out and voted in Iowa. Put this in perspective, people. Billions of people in America.
No, only 300 million.
46,000 people went out in the snow.
In a blizzard.
And voted, and half of them, 23,000 voted for him. Okay? So I don't want y'all. I understand that y'all think that this is big.
It's
I
too
know
big.
y'all think it's big, but it's not.
Listen,
big.
it's 200,000 people in Chatham County. Only in the city of Savannah, over 140,000 or so. And only 20,000 came out, and Van Johnson is the mayor.
Okay.
So what you trying to say?
But what I'm saying is if y'all would have got the same thing that I was saying the day after y'all didn't win, if they would have gotten more people out, not more people on Facebook, but more people out to vote for Keisha than was on Facebook, more people out to vote, then Keisha would be the mayor.
No.
She's right. Hold on, Sean.
Let her finish.
She's right.
Let her finish.
She's exactly right. But the thing is, we already know that. What you telling us that for?
Okay, but because obviously the math didn't match to y'all. Obviously the math didn't math. Obviously, y'all don't understand how math works.
Why? Sandra, what you saying?
No.
To be a political person, what you saying makes absolutely no damn sense. Hold on. I can't continue to let you spew something that you just.
If you are
that Donald Trump
about this,
listen.
If you're passionate about this, Julius.
Listen. I do this for a fucking living, okay?
Okay,
this is what I do for a living. You cannot come with no numbers like that and try to tell us what should have happened here. You're not here, and you talking about all these people that didn't vote. This has been going on for 30, 40 years. So what you want us to change in one damn election? All those people that didn't vote. You want us to go knock on their doors and get them out and drag them out to vote? Hell no. You're not going to feel anything till that foot get put on your neck like they did George Floyd. And you're not going to feel anything until Donald Trump starts putting that foot on your neck when you done lost your job where you at and you done ain't got nothing else. AI done replace you, and then all the other white people done replace you on your job. Then you're going to want to say, oh, look what Trump did to us. See, you can't see the bigger picture because you refuse it. See, you comfortable, but you don't see it for nobody else. All you see it for is for yourself. That's all this is. Y'all can't see it because y'all don't understand it.
No.
Rebuttal.
Julius.
Win it.
If you are that, you have to get you have to be just as passionate as Trump is. Trump got his supporters, and they're gonna support him. But you know what it is that Joe's support is waning because Joe has lied. Joe has lied to the people.
There you go.
And the people are not pleased. And I'm not going to sit on this show or any other show and make you believe that he brought pumpkin, he brought sweet potato pie to the banquet when he replaced the sweet potato pie with pumpkin pie and sliced it up and gave us an artificial doggone.
Well, praise it.
And that affected your life how?
Yep.
Because now, you know what? When I used to have 2 free holidays during the year that I could take anytime I wanted to for my birthday or whatever, now I gotta use one for Juneteenth. They didn't just give me. They didn't give me
on that day.
They didn't give me a federal holiday. They didn't give me a federal holiday. They stole my free holiday. It was called a floating holiday.
So let me
y'all know.
Like Junior said, that ain't all going to be stolen from you.
Exactly, James. They finna steal your whole job. They finna steal your whole life, and you worry about
They stole my floating holiday, and now I gotta celebrate Juneteenth. I don't even know what to do on Juneteenth.
You worry about a holiday, an extra holiday, and you want Donald Trump in office so you can get an extra damn holiday. That's the same thing Van Johnson doing down in City Hall in Savannah. You might as well go join.
Hey, put on.
I don't even know whether to shoot off firecrackers. I don't know whether to have a barbecue. I don't know what to do. Oh man!
Just have a barbecue.
I would rather celebrate August the 5th day down in Alabama.
Hey,
well,
this the Rabble, and we rabbling.
Well, that's when they found out about slavery ended in Alabama.
No, what is that gonna be? What holiday did we decide that August the 5th gonna be when they had the chair? The chair.
Right.
Hey,
this is what Donald Trump said. This is what Donald Trump came out his mouth. Donald Trump was a Democrat. Donald Trump said he switched over to a Republican because they're crazy enough to vote for him for president of the United States. What happened? He president of the United States. Donald Trump, and this is his word, y'all fact check it. Donald Trump said we stole this country. We stole this country. And flat out. So let me break something down for y'all right now, Drew. And it ain't gonna take number 1 minute. Okay, let me break it down. I wrote it down. Okay. National Security Fund is still in limbo at the White House because the Republicans say until they get a Republican president, we ain't passing nothing. Okay? Then they say Biden promised because Ukraine and Israel ran out of money for their war. Biden promised them that we're gonna give y'all money to survive. That didn't happen. 68,000 immigrants is in New York City sleeping all over the place, and the governor said either Washington can help us or close the border. Period. And that's flat out true. So my thing is this here. We got, first of all, why can't you take care of the people in a dozen of eggs cost $20? I might as well go give me a damn hen off of Jamal Farm. Off of Jamal Farm. I ain't paying no $20 for no damn dozen of eggs. That's what we need to be worried about. And hey, trust me, I'm telling you right now, Drew, and I agree with Biden. Man, go home, dude, because right now he just effing us up. I don't want Donald Trump. But we better come up with something, Democrat, to do something. Because Donald Trump is going to be the nomination for the Republican Party for the president of the United States. Flat out true.
What was that? One of those last ones you wrote? You read out the last ones.
It's like 68. It's 68,000 immigrants is right now in New York City, and they're having a problem. Okay,
and I'm gonna tell you, in some aspects, that's where I become a Republican. I think just like the Republicans, because if y'all look back over the shows of the last 4 years, I've always said that I agree with Donald Trump on one thing and one thing only.
Mm-hmm.
That was border control.
Border patrol. Yeah, securing the border. I believe that if we get in trouble for going to any other country and they put us in prison, then that's what needs to be done to anybody who comes over here. Our borders are open and too open, and I don't agree with it being open borders. I don't have any compassion for that. I don't care whether anybody's coming over here to get a better life. That's not what they're supposed to be. We didn't offer that to them. They should be in their country trying to make a better life wherever they were born at. Their parents brought them into the world there. That's what they need to be doing. Our borders need to be secured. I don't give a damn if the wall 20 feet high and that we got National Guard all along it. Everybody needs to be turned around, go back to wherever you came from. And that's just the truth. It's enough people over here already.
Mm-hmm. And I don't agree with giving them any kind of amnesty or anything. If you wasn't born here and you don't have your papers, goodbye. Because if you were caught in somebody's house, you wasn't supposed to be there. They are not going to let you stay just because you said, well, I've been here for 6 months.
Yeah. And true. And I'm telling you right now, a black man cannot go in the bank and ask for $5,000 unless he got a $900 credit score. These immigrants come here and they already giving them food stamps. They're giving them a place to stay. They're giving them a damn. They're getting a Social Security check and they ain't work for.
If you're Ukrainian, you have to be a certain race and all that other stuff though. Yeah, you ain't right, because trust me, them Africans and Haitians that's coming over, they ain't getting the same.
They ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
That's the uproar that we need to be talking about.
That's the racism in it all.
It's not fair. And if you're going to turn these people around, then you need to send all these people back.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Look at how we did Haiti after Haiti gained in rebellion. Now look at what we're doing for Ukraine. Look at what we're doing for Israel.
Yeah.
We attacking the whole Hutu nation. I mean, you know what I'm saying? For Israel right now.
Yeah.
And they're saying it's basically because the ships are coming through. Right. But we already know that everybody that the United States promises we'll always back Israel.
And one thing about Donald Trump, let me tell you right now. Donald Trump gonna win the election. If he win, it's gonna be based on the border. It's going to be based on letting people come to the United States because everybody is fed up with Biden with his belief or whatever. That's the only way he gonna truly win. If he hammer that, y'all gonna see him right there in office again. Trust me.
I don't think that he can win.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm hoping that he don't, because it would be a major problem in this country for
chaos.
I hope.
How many electoral votes is Colorado like stand for? Only like 3, right?
Yeah.
They only get like 3. So then with them taking him off the ballot, he still can win without Colorado.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, too, Sean, you see what they doing, man. Y'all got to look at what they're doing. They pushing everything back. So if he win, they can't touch him until he get out of office. They're pushing all his trials, all the shit he did. They're pushing it back, and waiting for him to elect it, and we elect the next 47 presidents of the United States of America. You have 46 presidents in our country. Let me ask y'all something right now. You have 46 presidents in the United States. What the hell they did for us?
We done nothing yet. We got to keep the fight. The fight it just continues. Ain't nothing they did for us, and we got to get out and make sure that there's nobody put in place that's going to do anything to stop or to send us backwards. You know. And Donald Trump is one of those people, and he don't care, and he shows you that he don't care.
He don't care about nobody.
Voting for Donald Trump is a damn fool.
Yeah, he don't care about nobody.
Trump is a damn fool.
Trump done been in jail. Trump done been handcuffed and printed. Possible jail time, incited an insurrection, and the trailer parks are coming out, and they're going to vote for Trump. They only come out when there's somebody that thinks like them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Trump thinks like them, and they think like Trump. So in 2025, we can all hope not, because we laughed when Trump was running, and Hillary didn't go out to speak to us because she thought she had it in the bag, and Trump fooled you. He became your president. So in 2025, if Trump become president, the only thing that I can say, if he become president, because there's nothing I can do, I just hope that my 401 was blooming at the time. And I'm just being honest. And when Trump left, I lost almost $80,000 within 3 months. So if he's going to come in there and do something with the economy, that will benefit us, because it's all about our money, because he's not going to do anything else from us. He's not going to do anything else for us.
No, he's just going to watch everything happen to us.
No, you better mess with my.
He's just going to watch everything happen to us.
Yeah.
And then he's going to not make no comments about it. I mean, he'll probably say, it's both people, it's good people on both sides, and such and all this, but he's not going to condemn them. Matter of fact, because this is last term, he'll probably say, well, them niggas should, excuse me. My bad. And I'm going to stop right there.
Hey,
Cut.
Hey.
It sounds like Katt Williams, and Katt Williams said, how can it be good? You got good people on both sides.
Exactly.
The Democrat and the Republican can be arguing with each other, and they're on the same team. They're the offense and they're the defense on the same team. That just lets you know if the Republican and Democrat can't get along, can't agree to on nothing, it doesn't matter who you get in there. That's not going to do anything for you, because you see your circumstances is the same way. West Savannah looked the same as when I left, and it looked the same back in the 60s.
And you had this good-for-nothing mayor that been in West Savannah for, 18 years, and did absolutely nothing. And he's sitting around there thinking in Hollywood, man, carry your ass back to New York City, you and your boyfriend.
Anyway,
that Bernard man is not a reflection of the rival. It's his own opinion.
Thank you. That was my opinion, not our black media opinion.
Right. And so, but what we have to do is look at that, what it means to Black Americans. And you might not understand exactly what's happening, but in Iowa, and they follow these trends.
Mhm.
They see that a certain segment of the population is rising up and is behind Trump, where he can repeal a bunch of stuff, where he can start taking this and taking that, where you got poor white people that think that we've gained too much. And you got somebody who's fighting for them now and not fighting for everybody. So now when we go to losing those things, then we go to crying that, oh, look what Trump done. But no, you should have stood up and talked about Trump when you had a chance. You should have stopped him when you had a chance. You can't advocate for somebody against somebody who's running against evil. You got to just let that happen. Damn, whatever Joe Biden did. Yeah, he done lied. How many presidents ever lied? Like Bernard say, what have they ever done? All 46 of them. What have they ever done? So we can't put somebody in there who's going to be like McGovern, who's going to take it back and say all schools need to be segregated. Everybody, you can't even walk in the right restaurant no more. You can't do this here. You can't do that there. And you can't do this here. You want civil war, then you're going to be looking for it. Y'all thinking that it ain't that bad? Oh, it's going to get that bad. Y'all saw it the first time. If they bring him back, that's just a referendum for him to say, okay, this is what I need to do because my people already gave me the orders. Go ahead, James.
Like Bernard, it's clear that Bernard do not like Van Johnson. Period. He do not, and I'll round up my point. He do not like Van Johnson. Period. So can you imagine now if Trump get in office? He's already mad. He's already pissed on what they've been trying to do to him, and he's going to become the president. And when you mad at somebody, you could care less about him.
That's right. He already showing you that.
He could care less about this country because this is his last rodeo, his last term. When you mad at somebody, you're going to stick it to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's going to stick it to you. Trump don't have no allegiance to no person at all, black or white. Yeah. Whatever he see fit and whatever comes out of his mouth, you might as well lock it up as golden because that's exactly what he's going to do. And that's the reason why Julius do not want him in office. And like Sean said, it's much more than just voting. You can get every black person to go vote all you want. But if you got the Trailer Park Party, out. That's the only time they come out. They're going to do like they did last time for them. They're going to come out in droves. And it might not even be close.
All right, go ahead, Bernard. We got
last one. Let me break it down to you too. Y'all saying no Trailer Park is the one that's going to put them over. Let me tell y'all something right now. If it wasn't for us as black folks voting for Biden, he would have never been president. Now you got a lot of black folks leaving him, and I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of black folks voting for Donald Trump, especially men, especially black men. So now we got a situation.
Vote for Donald Trump. Only a fool would vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah, we got some situation here.
You voted
Go out and vote.
You voted for Biden because you didn't want the other young lady. So
what is it? He always talk about Van Johnson. He must be an export America. Nah, trust me, because I called him out. Yeah, he got Savannah, Georgia fooled, like Julius said. He think he Hollywood. Van got y'all so fooled, man. Trust me. He gonna leave in 4 years, go back to New York with his brown paper bag and have a good time at what that park is in New York, Jewish? What that big park?
Central Park. Central Park. Central Park.
Central Park. There you go. Talk now.
Right. You was in Savannah for a year, right?
Oh yeah.
Didn't you go back home?
Didn't you? I don't want to go back there no damn more. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, where I can do what I gotta do, and I can do Savannah, Georgia more good up here than down there.
But you made your money. You made your money in Savannah, and where you at? You back home.
I ain't made no damn money in Savannah. Who said that? I ain't made no goddamn money. I went down there broke. I came back broke.
Back home. That's a personal decision.
We got to go, gentlemen. So
I went down there broke. I came back home broke. Case closed.
We got to go. And,
That's like a new food.
because I got to take my godchild home because they having car problems. So
Hey, great show. Great
all
show.
the way to the east side. I don't feel like this tonight.
And
When
Drew,
you
can I ask you something before
you said your godchild, I was thinking of Jesus.
Can I ask you something before I leave? I'm gonna interview Sonya as one-on-one with America and me. We want to know, is it okay if I can interview Sonya and she can go unfiltered?
Sandra?
Yeah.
Hell no.
The first lady of our black media.
Gotta have a
Hold on, Jay. Can we do that?
Not her. No. That helps it. No. Hell
No.
I told him.
Serious?
I told him, Julius. I told him.
What about
unfiltered? She already unfiltered. Just imagine you giving her unfiltered more.
I interviewed James. I interviewed G. I interviewed Jamar.
Only if I'm on there with you.
Sonya.
Only if I'm on there with you.
I need everybody. Stop. I need everybody to listen up.
It's got to be real quick because we got to go.
I'm announcing right now my show starting next month. Let's Talk About It will be starting next month on the 16th, Thursday nights, 7 o'clock. If you want to be on the show or you have a topic for the show, it's going to be called Let's Talk About It. Send your emails to letsttalkaboutit@gmail.com.
No, let's talk about y'all.
Let's talk about y'all.
That's AKA. Let's talk about it next month. Let's talk about it Thursday nights at 7.
At 7 o'clock. So if you want to be on the show as a person that wants to contribute your story, or if you have a topic that you want me to discuss, or you have a letter that you want me to read, we're going to be talking about. We unpacking everything. Right. Let's talk about
it. There you go.
All right. I got to go.
All
right.
Huh?
Love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Sonya? Is it a 1 hour show?
Yeah. About 57 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
See you later.
Like this.